Okay, HadesOmega here, and yet another mod video for my Victory Impulse. I gotta find a name for that impulse. That's, you know, there's many impulses out there, but this impulse is mine. But anyway, we'll figure out a name for it later. I figured like Fuego would be a good name because it's red, but it's not an internal combustion motorcycle. But anyway, so I have here a trackside. I've had these lying around for a while, but I actually heard that I read on the Brahma forum that somebody posted that there is a I'll put his name for the credit, but that there is a hella plug on the Victory Impulse inside the tank. A weird place to have it because you can't actually use it there. It's a fast connect. It's almost like a kind of like a 12-volt outlet, but it's already there and you can use it. So I figured like, well, you know what? Instead of tapping into the wiring and all that, I'll use the hella plug because so there it is. I bought one. Let's see here. I bought it for $7 on eBay. $7. It's called a Continental DIN Hella 12-volt accessory plug power outlet, and it fits Beamers and Triumphs with the skirt. So this is the skirt. I don't really. I actually, honestly, I've never even used the hella plug before. It's similar to like the 12-volt outlet. I don't have one for an example at the moment, but I can tell you this. This part here is probably the ground, and then the center part is probably the what is it? The positive. And the cool thing about this. So this was, how much was it again? It was $7 with like $2 shipping, so almost $10, like $9. So that's what the plug looks like. And then you can unscrew it. Okay, HadesOmega here. So I'll tell you, I'm doing one of the last couple mods to my Impulse TT here. I've pretty much hooked it up as much as I kind of want to. The only thing left to install is a trunk. But I got the trunk today, but I have to have a custom bracket made for it. So what I'm trying to do today is install that power stuff, the USB and the 12-volt cigarette lighter outlet dealie. So to do that, inside here, inside the where it is supposedly the gas tank is, you would have a there's a hella plug here somewhere in here, so I have to go find that. I think it's like here somewhere, and then I have to go hook it up. So yeah, I don't really have to really tap into any wires. So to do that, I have to take the seat out and then unbolt all the plastics. So I believe it's the center bolt right here is the one that's holding the seat in. So that looks like it's a 5mm. Yep. And it's fairly loose. It's kind of disturbing. Bam, easily comes out. Let's just put that down here. And I think the seat that's it, just comes out. It's a very light seat, so yeah, if you're wondering what the seat looks like on the Impulse, it's just this kind of tray with padding on it. I mean, yeah, it's like a traditional motorcycle seat, but there's not much to it. All right, well, this is the innards of the Impulse here. I'm not really sure what this is. EV power recharger. So this looks like a battery charger. Could be a battery charger. This is probably what's making all the noise when it's charging, you know. So I think this is the USB drive that they're talking about. It's kind of cool. And this is all the wiring for the tail lights right here. And all these orange wires, you want to be careful. These are all high voltage wires. So if you're going to touch any of those wires, you know, if you're going to work with any of those wires, you got to take that safety plug out. But this is the USB thingy that you give to the dealer or something, and they can look at stuff on the bike. It's like you're riding a computer. That's what it is. All right, so it looks like to take the little tank cover off, it's these bolts here, and it looks like I think it's a T25 Torx. So it'll be this one, and it looks like all these here, these 4. So there's 6 total bolts. Not too hard. Okay, so I've taken 4 of the bolts out, so it seems like the ones on the front just have a rubber piece, a rubber washer, and then the ones on the back have a actual washer, so that's, other than that, they're pretty much the same. And this is what I use to take it out, a T25 Torx. So I think with these 4 here, I should be able to slide the back off. There we go. That comes off. Maybe that might be all I need to take off, I don't know. Let's see. So there's the plastic for the back. Take a look at it. You know, you can actually take the on the plastic, you can actually take this plastic part out here with the holes in it. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but it just hides everything, you know. There's more battery stuff here. Maybe you can see the safety plug right there, I think, supposedly. So there's something with like a kind of like a, what is this guy here? Serial number, nominal voltage, 59. This is the battery pack, I think. It's different than what I thought it would look like. I think it's, yeah, it looks a lot different than, it's supposed to be a bunch of heat sinks and stuff. Anyway, so I'm still looking for this hella plug. I can't find, oh, here it is, right here. Okay, there's the hella plug. Right there. So all we have to do is the wire for that. I think I gotta take the front out because we're gonna have to route the wires to the front here, and I'm probably gonna put it under one of this little opening here. So I'm gonna have to take this out too. That's where the hella plug is. And the fuse box for that is, I have no idea. There's a fuse box somewhere. Maybe you gotta take this off. Let's try. Okay, so to take this front cover off, you gotta undo these 2, and these are hard to get to. They're like kind of in there, and then there's one hiding under here that connects the back of it. So it should just lift off right there. There you go. I don't know if I want to take that sticker off or not. So make sure you put that somewhere safe. Don't lose it. The screw on the back of the other one is pretty unique. It's very small, so you can't mix it up. And then there it is. That's what a Bramo Impulse looks like with the tank stripped off. Tank and the seat stripped off. Pretty cool. Okay, so I just want to verify a couple things before I start putting stuff in them. But so here I got the hella plug plugged in. It was a little bit hard to plug in, but so I'm thinking the center is positive and this outer part is negative, the way I have it hooked up right here. And it kind of worries me that this plug that goes to the hella plug back here is orange, because that would mean it would be high voltage, right? Or maybe they just wrap everything in orange, I guess. So I want to go fire the bike up. So right now it's 0 volts. There we go. 12.54 volts. So, and then when I take the key out, kills it. Okay, good. So that's a switch 12 volts right there. I believe it says 16 amps max. So it's pretty much like a cigarette lighter outlet. Cool. So there we go. Let me just try it again. Just make sure it's not it's not negative voltage. Okay, good. So indeed, I've never worked with the hella plug before, so that's why That's why I wanted to check it. So the center is positive and the outer part is ground. Right. Okay, next step is to go mount my goodies. I think I will start with the 12 volt outlet first, and then I'll put the USB. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna snip the wires, and I'm gonna plug it into the Hello plug. No soldering. Sounds cool. We'll see. Okay, see if it works. Unfortunately, this trackside power outlet thing is not working. It's for 1-inch bars and not 1/1/8. I can probably get it to work if I put longer screws. So I got to try to find longer screws for it, because it'll fit. It'll wrap around the bar. It's too, the distance between the clamps is too far. Okay, so I was able to mount the USB on there. I put it kind of next to the brake reservoir. I didn't want it here because it would get in the way of the gauges. And then I didn't want it here because it would get in the way of the adjusters for the suspension. And I kind of routed it back here, and I kind of tied it to the wiring here too also. That's good, so the wire won't flop around so much. And then I routed it down here where all these other wires go. And we're just going to have to move this through here. And as you can see, it doesn't hit the tank at all, so that's good. And I can kind of adjust it up if I want. Straight up, or down like this. I think it'll be fine. Cool deal, looking good. So I'm gonna have to find some longer screws for this guy. I don't know where I'm gonna find any, so looks like it's time to take another trip to Lowe's. All right, I've had a stroke of brilliance. So to mount the 12 volt outlet, all I had to do was zip tie it together. It worked. It's actually working, and it holds it on there pretty good. Kind of moves around a bit. What I like to do is position this sideways, so you can just pull it sideways like that. You kind of have to tighten it on the back again. And that way it won't just be moving it all the time, you know. But really, this is only for this is only going to be for a pump. That's it. I really don't have any other use for that, other than like a battery charger. But there's you charge it with this, not this. So another issue I'm having is so I routed the wires. I routed the outlet, the 12 volt outlet, to here, right here, and it's gonna go right next to this, right here, and then this one is under here, and it goes over here, under here, and then right here. So, and I verified it. It fits with the cover. The only problem is this sticks out a whole lot. Honestly, if I could, I would just take this connector out and then just use a spade connector and just stick it in there. Don't even worry about this, but meh, it's okay. So what I might do is I might get this plug. The plug is like, it's really close to the plastic tank, plastic cover. So what I might do is I might slot this so I could move the cable like 90 degrees, and then I think that'll work. Cool. Alrighty. So I just have to shorten these cables. I have to shorten those wires and then strip the ends. Should be a no soldering dealie. We'll see. Maybe I'll put some Loctite on it so the stuff doesn't vibrate out. And if I have problems with it down the line, I may just solder it, you know. But it's cool. You can just unscrew everything easily, and I can route the wires any way I want. So the way I have it is I have it going down here past this fuse box, and then down into here a bit, and then I'm going to run it through this bracket here on top of the battery. So there it is. Alright. Okay, so this is what I got done so far. I've shortened the wires, and I kind of cut into the jacket here a little bit, but it's a good thing it was only the ground. But so all I have to do is put the wires together now. I may have yeah, I think that's good. One of them is going to be a little longer than the other, I guess. It's okay. Could just tuck more of it into here, actually. So you can kind of like just put, there's a lot of space in front of the batteries here, this area here, so you can kind of tuck wires into there if you want to. Alright, so all I have to do is hook it up to the cable. So this is what I've done to the hella plug. I've slotted it, is what I've done. Hopefully that'll do the trick. Alright, hopefully I can cram all these wires in here. If I can't, if all the wires won't fit in here, I either have to cut this, make it the hole bigger, or just tap one of the wires into the other one, and just run one wire. I'm pretty sure you don't need that much power for this wire, but it's a pretty beefy wire. Alright, so as you can already see, this is not going to work, because when I try to screw this into the plug, it's gonna twist the cable too much. I was able to kind of cram it all in there, so what I think I'm going to do is it's under the cover, so it's not going to get dirty or wet or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice the back off of it. So that way, at least you have something protecting the terminals, just in case, to keep it from shorting out on something. So I'm just going to cut it off at the base here where it kind of... Alright, got it in there. So it's a good thing that there's some wire jacket here, because it totally touches the ground here. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. So I don't know, I may want to shorten the black wire, because it kind of bunches up here. I don't know, we'll see. I could totally shorten it if it doesn't fit inside the cap. Okay, there it is. It's a little bit annoying. You know what? I could probably do something better. I can route it under here where the 172 connector is, and wrap it around here, and then I can take it out if I want to. Right now it's kind of trapped underneath here. To get this, to take the cable out, I have to like take it apart again and unscrew everything. But so there it is, it's in there. I think that's the way. I think that'll be fine. At least this is here to protect the terminals, So all we have to do is plug it in. It's kind of suck. I'm glad I don't use any of these, because this hella plug kind of sucks. I don't like it. All right. So now, let's see if it works. Okay. I got my key here. I gotta cut all the tails for these, but so the one thing I'm gonna be using this for is a pump. So let's go connect the pump up. Alright, it's on. See, the pump has power because the little LED light went on. This is not a good pump, but boom! Yeah, so you can see the switch is messed up on it too. Alright, it works. Now I'm going to test the USB out. Okay, got my phone cable here. Let's hook it up to this. Brand new. It's hard to get it in. Alright, so this has a little magnet dealie on it. Oh, yeah, of course I gotta turn the bike on. There it is. Powers up, charges. Sweet, it works. Alright, button it all up. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Alright, here's my go. Turn the bike off. Power goes off. Good. Switched power. Alright. So now I can use this for so now this is a super it's a super urban motorcycle now. I can fix flats, and I can navigate with my phone. I have the mounts and everything. Sweet. Alright, and then to put the tank covers on, and everything is pretty much just the opposite of the how you put it on. It's kind of like a little puzzle trying to put it back together. But anyway, so what I would do is I would put these two front ones in. They're the hardest ones to get to. I already kind of got them in, and you kind of the screws kind of come in at an angle. It's hard to get the Torx bit in there. So just get these two in first, and then you put this back one in here. Remember, it's like a special one too. So this is the only one like this. So there's no way you can mess it up. Okay, the front cover's on there. It's all tightened here. Just make sure this kind of opens properly. Alright, so then you got to put the rear tank on. So the rear tank, you kind of have to like kind of like finagle it in there. Just kind of slides in there. So this part goes underneath, and then this part goes on top. So, there you go. And then you just put the screws in. You can pretty much put them in any order. I guess I'll do the fronts first. Alright, so, and then there's the last 4 screws. So there's the ones with the 2 washers, 2 rubber washers, and the one with the rubber and the metal washers. The ones with just the rubber washers, they go in the front here. And then the metal ones go back here. Alright, it's back in there. So these ones are kind of tricky to get in because there's like clips holding them. Kind of like the third part on this one. But so there it is. Just make sure it's not too rattly. Yeah, it doesn't go over. It goes back pretty good. Also, one thing I wanted to note is it's kind of cool, the tank design of this. There's a scoop right here. See, so that's why they designed it like a 2-piece sort of. Right in here, there's like it kind of goes. There's a kind of like a indentation sort of for like a scoop. So I guess the air goes in here. Air goes in here and then it goes out here. Now, I don't know if you take this out, will it be better cooling or not? But actually, it's probably better to keep this in because this is probably a duct, is what I'm thinking. It's a ducting for the battery. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, it's a grill basically. Alright, and then just put the seat back on. So the seat kind of has like a tang here, or kind of a hook type thingy. And the seat is so light. Pretty easy to put a seat cover over it. Actually, I probably could put the seat cover on it. Basically, it just kind of goes in there like that. And then we just put the one bolt back. That's right under here. You should have only one bolt left. And that's the 5mm. Alright, there it is, all together. So that bolt's on there. So that's how you take your front plastics off on Victory Empulse. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess if you do it enough times, it's not so hard. Alright, Alright, that's pretty much it. I got it all done. So there it is. Let's move the handlebars around. It looks good. It's perfect. It moves along with the other wire perfectly. And so this opens like this. And this opens like this. Doesn't interfere with the tank at all. Plenty of clearance. The handlebars don't move a whole lot on this bike. So there we go. Cool.